Hey there, legendary souls. Welcome back to Unconventional Counseling. Today we're going to do a tarot reading for the Pisces full moon eclipse. Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I'm so curious about what's going to come out. Spirit guides, guardian angels, well ancestors, for our highest good, please support each of us in the collective that is meant to find this reading, is meant to hear this reading, is meant to receive this reading, to receive exactly what they need. Whether it's one word, one phrase, something that's confirming something that they've already known, of course, or rather having a sense of resonance or deep truth that just emerges from within them. Wherever they are on their journey, allow for this to find them at just the right divine timing and not a moment sooner. Help them to trust and to know and to learn their intuition, their body, their inner guidance. Spirit, help this message point people back to you and back to themselves, back to nature. And thank you so much for allowing me to be a voice, a channel, a vessel for this message coming through. We thank you for all that you have done, all that you're currently doing, all that you're going to do in service of this message. Ashe. All right, so first card out, we have Temperance. There's a whole lot going on right now in the collective about balancing. We're trying to shift the balance. We're about to go into Libra season, and that is a season all about trying to find balance. And, you know, as we've been in Virgo season, you've likely been assessing, reassessing, revisiting, feeling on certain levels, maybe even just being very logical and analytical about the places where you feel like you've fallen short, about the things that you said you were going to do this calendar year and feel like they're not yet manifesting, about the things that you said you were going to be committed on, you were going to follow through on, you were going to have a practice around, and you're realizing that you haven't done that yet, or you tried and then you stopped, or you started and you did it and then you failed. This is the time that you are looking at it all and you're like, dang. And there may be this question of, can I really do it? Can I really get there? Can I really become who I want to be? And with the Knight of Wands coming out next, it feels like the answer is yes. But the answer is yes in that it's going to take some work. It's going to take some effort. And the thing is, you've already been putting in effort, right? So this is effort in a different direction, effort in a different way. Notice that the Knight of Wands is going towards the left and the Eight of Cups, the figure, is going towards the right. So you're going to change how you do things in order for this to start to move. You're going to do things in a way that feel less logical and less linear. You're going to shift in ways that feel, quick in some moments and slow and so slow in others. This is going to be deeply emotional. This is going to be showing up in your dreams. This is going to be showing up in your body in ways that you've never quite seen at this level. This is deep healing. This is ancestral shit. This is connected to your mom. This is connected to your lineage, your maternal lineage. This is so much that you've been trying to heal through, and you have been making so much progress. But it feels like your energy has been split. It feels like you've been scattered, and you're trying to figure out what the balance is. The Temperance card is a major arcana. This is what the divine is doing for you. But notice, let's say that these cups are your vessel. This is your body. This is your emotions. You're going to go up and down. This shit's feeling like a roller coaster. You don't know that you're being held in the hands of the divine. You don't realize that they are even balancing themselves between the earth and the water. They're making sure that the sun is up. It's just the right time. They're making sure that you're in nature, surrounded by so much support. They're making sure that the divine messengers and angels and spirit guides that are aligned for your journey and that love you so much and are rooting for you are the ones whose hands are on you right now. If you focus so much on how you're going up and down, and that's the only thing you focus on, if you stay too myopic, if you stay too focused on how it all feels, you will miss the forest for the trees. You will miss the bigger picture. Temperance card is connected to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius season is also coming up. So maybe by Sagittarius season, that will be the journey that you're on. How do I balance what the divine has gifted me? Where can I have more gratitude, even in the ups and the downs? We're not saying that you're not feeling what you're feeling. We're not saying that it's not valid to be upset, to be afraid, to not know, because everything is uncertain right now. It is important for you to be in your body and to feel your feelings and to acknowledge and validate them as legitimate. They are legitimate. And please hear me. Remember, this moment, this time that you're in, where it's going up and down, this roller coaster, is temporary. All of it is temporary. Everything out here is temporary. And it's temporary because it's being worked out. You are being worked out. It's like going to get a massage and that shit hurts because there's knots that need to be worked out. It's like going to work out and that shit hurts the next day or during because you got some shit that you're trying to work out. It's like having a hard-ass conversation with a lover, with a partner, with a family member, with somebody that you care about so deeply because you have some shit that needs to be worked out. The divine isn't just going to be like, oh, it's all light and love and you can just, fuck that. They're going to pick you up and put you down and throw you around, and you're physical. You're a real human person. So some shit's going to get messy. Y'all need to cry. And when you cry, let the snot run, and stop apologizing for crying. I hate that as a Cancer. As a Cancer, I'm like, you have nothing to apologize for. Your body is releasing something tremendous and amazing. I want to congratulate people when I see them cry. I want people to congratulate me when they see me cry. Like, you're not doing anything wrong. And the Three of Cups. This feels like it's about soul tribe. You might already know these people. They might already be in your life pretty consistently. You might feel like you're in separation from them, or you might feel like you're being called to go into separation from some people. But there's still an alignment that's happening. It's like this temperance energy, this balancing, is just attempting to align your energy. Your energy will be aligned to the people and the places that are meant for you. And it's really important that you remember and that you learn, is what I'm hearing. It's really, you're on a learning process. It's not just about remembering, you're learning. Some of you may be learning this for the first time or just the second time. Like, it takes us so many practices, so many tries to really get something. We'll say at least 5 because the 5 of Wands have come out. At least 5 tries to really get something. And it depends on how each of us learn. We all have different learning styles. You might have had the same exact shit type of karmic relationship in your life, and you counting like, I'm running out of fingers. Damn, that really was. You might have this type of shit come up in family, in friends, in lovers, and you're just like, is it me? Damn, you're learning something. You might have the same shit happen when it comes to work environments, when it comes to your money. You might have the same shit happen when it comes to authority figures, or trying to have someone that it feels like you can trust, or that you want to take care of you, a mentor. I don't know. There are all of these different types of relationships that can exist in the world. And sometimes one person holds multiple roles. So things can get a little murky because things are not clearly defined. And it is very, very easy to get deeply disappointed or even triggered by someone not showing up as how they once did. But if we only stay focused on how we feel, we'll forget, wait, actually that person holds 10 roles in my life. I see them as a chosen family member. I see them as a lover. I see them as a forever person. I see them as a teacher and a guide. I see them as this. That's a lot for one person. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, which is why the person or the people are in your life. But what we're trying to do right now is to remember that all of us are human, including you, but also including them. Pisces energy, I've been watching people. Aquarius season, when it was a Saturn in Aquarius, it was like, cut that bitch off and run. Get wherever you need to fucking go. Go. We've been in the age of Pisces. It's so interesting. We've been in the age of Pisces in the sense of like for millennia, right? We would have somebody in a position of leadership that would do a grassroots movement at some point in history, and them people, every single time they got murdered. They got murdered. And it would rock whole foundations of institutions, of countries. It would rock the whole globe when these sweet-natured, powerful people would get murdered. And it has happened so many fucking times. And it continues to occur. People get disappeared all the damn time. You ever notice how many posters there are of people and pets that go missing? And it hurts. It hurts because the people and the pets that go missing are always the ones who loved the deepest and the hardest. You ever notice that? People are putting up flyers for them. They love them. They change their lives. That is what Pisces energy does. It changes people's lives forever. Forever. And through the deaths and through the missing and through the grief, it reflects back how devoid of connection our society is and has been for centuries, for so long. That's the shit that's being balanced out. How do we get to a real ass 10 of cups? Not that fake shit. How do we get to some real shit? We have to go through the separations. We have to choose ourselves. We have to be so naked and raw and vulnerable with ourselves and with nature and with spirit. We have to find ourselves again. And when we find ourselves, we find our people. When we find our people and our tribe, I'm speechless. I have nothing to say. I don't know what to say. You finish that sentence. When you're aligned and you find your people and your tribe, what happens next? This is you coming up with the vision and the plan of your life. This isn't me telling you what's coming. This is you going to your meditation. This is you going for your walk. This is you sitting with your pet. This is you dreaming up a new dream. What is it that you want to create with the tribe that you are manifesting, or with the tribe that you already have, or with the tribe that you're in separation from, but you know that they are your people. You know that you're just balancing out some shit and spirit is helping. What is it? What is it that you're trying to create and you're going to create with them? Once you have that vision, and it's going to come when you're resting, it's going to come when you're playing, it's going to come when you're not even probably thinking about it. Once you have that vision, write it down. Write it down. Manifestation works in the simplest of ways. When you feel the thing, when you see the vision, when you have the knowing, oh my goodness, that would be really cool if I could maybe one day write it down right away. And then put that somewhere that you will see it often. And then you just got to get to work on it. That's all. It sounds simple. It sounds simple. It is simple. But remember, these cups, this is your body and this is your emotion. So you're getting to work on things. You're moving forward on your dreams, your visions, your plans. And then all of your emotions kind of fall that, like you're triggered. That's not the time to push forward, and that's not the time to shame yourself that you can't push forward. That's the time to rest. It doesn't mean you're not on your journey anymore. It means that things are being balanced out. Have gratitude, even for the shit that don't make sense. There were times during my Saturn return, I started to pray more during my Saturn return, and I feel like it's how I've gotten back into the practice of prayer. And I would go for walks because I love walks. I would go for walks during my Saturn return at any time of day or night, anytime I just felt so anxious and I really needed to ground. And I would go for these walks and I would cry in public. I'm a Cancer. I didn't care. I couldn't care. I needed to cry. I would have panic attacks in public. Oh my God, my Saturn return. I felt like a mess all the damn time, and I was. I was. And I have no shame in that. And I'll go for these walks, and I'll be crying, boohoo crying, and I'll be talking to spirit, whether out loud or in my head. I didn't even care. There were times when it was so intense that I didn't care if people thought that I was unwell. I didn't care if people judged me. That's how intense it was. And I'll walk around and I'll talk to spirit, and I'll be crying, and I'll be saying, Spirit, there is nothing about this situation that looks or feels like it's for my highest good, but I know that you promised, you said that. I've heard readers say that. I've heard spiritual teachers say that, people that I trust. There is a part of me that says, I just need to believe. I just need to repeat to myself, this is somehow for my highest good. And I would go for these walks and I'll be crying, grieving people, grieving family, grieving friends, grieving people I chose, grieving people I thought were going to literally be in my life forever. Grieving places I've worked, grieving abundance, grieving everything I thought about myself up to that point, grieving it all, feeling it in my body, in my nervous system, having panic attacks, having so much anxiety, being depressed. Saturn return is no joke, y'all. It is no joke. When you're really there with it, it is no joke. I'd be going for these walks and I'd be boo-hoo, snot, crying, talking out loud, shaking, usually because I was panicking a lot of times. And I would say, somehow this is for my highest good. Somehow this is for my highest good. Somehow this is for my highest good. And I would repeat that shit in the same way that, a rumination might want to repeat itself in your mind. That intrusive thought that just gets in there and is saying over and over again that you can't do something, or you won't do this, or that something is unsafe. That same way that it will just nag and nag and nag, like an earworm. I would repeat out loud, somehow this is for my highest good. Somehow this is for my highest good. I can't see it right now. I don't feel it, but somehow this is for my highest good. And I would do that every time I needed to. And I would just cry, because that's all I could do. I would just cry. So when that happens, when you're in the seasons of deep grief, when you're in the seasons of just needing to cry, when you're in the seasons where your body and your nervous system are rocked with something from the past or something in the present that reminds you of the past, when you're triggered, only thing you need to do is support yourself in regulating, whatever that looks like for you. Getting outside, being in an element, being with water, being with trees, being in nature, being with people that you love and that care about you, and playing and resting. That's it. That's it. That becomes top priority number one, because some other shit is working out and you don't have to work everything out. So when you're triggered, that's the time to sleep. That's the time to rest. It's the time to take care of you. And then when you have more energy and you're feeling more balanced, that's when you get back to work. There are times in this journey where that process is just going to get faster and faster and faster. Sometimes the grief will last a week or weeks. Sometimes the grief period will last a day or a few hours. Just stay close to your body. You don't have to judge the experience. It's just the grief moving through. And it moves through in spirals. It moves through in cycles. It's not linear. It is not linear. It is not fucking linear. So you're not doing anything wrong. You were never doing anything wrong. All you're doing is healing, boo. We're going to pause this reading here, and I'll catch y'all in the future. Happy Pisces full moon, sad Pisces full moon, angry Pisces full moon. Whatever this full moon is for you, you're doing it right. I'll see y'all in the future. Bye.